Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativeblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
And what happened with this treaty is the government post-Civil War, 1866, goes to these tribes thinking they're going to free these Black slaves, and they look around and say, wait a minute, y'all ain't treating these Black folks like slaves. Y'all having babies with them and marrying them, and y'all all speak the same language, and this is a homogenous society, and sure, they're doing the manual labor, but this is an open and free society for the most part. We told y'all to treat them like slaves. But you see, the Europeans didn't know that American Indians have a different concept of slavery. With American Indians, it was more like indentured servitude, prisoner of war for a little bit, then you get your freedom, right? So because of how the Indians had such a mixed society with these Black folks, they said, hey, you have to not just free them, but you have to give them full tribal benefits, and full tribal benefits by way of the Treaty of 1866. And although I'm a member of a tribe that signed that treaty, and I know a lot about the history of 1866. I think it'll be very powerful to hear it from one of our elders, Dr. Clark Anderson. Let's get into it.
Address, if you would, the role that the U.S. government, see, this wasn't willy-nilly cowboys, running wild. This was a U.S. government and its policies that ultimately bastardized, took away from, stole from the Native Americans, made treaties that ultimately were broken. If you want to say willy-nilly, that's where willy-nilly came in. So if you would address that for a moment.
Well, yes, and see, it started at one of the first treaties was the New York Treaty about 1516 that came in. That was one of the first treaties. But in every one of those treaties that they set up with the Indians, they put an inclusion in there saying this, that if you were to cooperate with us and be able to help us maintain the slavery system we set up in this country, and we will reward you and compensate you. We'll give you clothing, we'll give you food, we'll give you weapons, and we'll even call you civilized if you will help us maintain slavery. Every treaty contained a clause to help Indians to shut down Black folk. Slavery could never have existed in this country and been maintained without the full participation of the American tribes.